Hello, my name is Chris Burcin. I'm the ELearning Middle Leader at St. Monica's College. My role involves assisting staff with teaching and learning that happens through technology. We have been using Canvas here at St. Monica's for over 4 years, so I have created a tutorial to show you around Canvas and for you to better understand how this tool will be used for communication and management of workflow between students and teachers. A number of schools in the diocese are using Canvas as their online learning platform. Canvas is an LMS, a learning management system, and your child will access most of the information they need through their Canvas course. This is an example of one Canvas course we use at St. Monica's. Courses might look different at each school and even for each teacher, but there are a number of commonalities which will help you to navigate Canvas. All of the content for Canvas goes through modules. You may often see this page. This page contains modules, which are ways to organize a number of different types of content, and each of these modules should have a title under which you'll find different things, such as an external link to another website, an assignment where students can submit work, a quiz where they can receive instant feedback, and a discussion where they can participate, ask questions, and respond to others' questions. When your child has work to do through Canvas, that work will probably appear on a planner somewhere in the course. At St. Monica's, it will be under Class Overview. Fortunately, Canvas makes it really easy for you to see what's coming up next, because besides the planner itself, on the home page of the course you will find a to-do list on the right. These are all the things that have dates attached to them. In this case, these are announcements, which I'll discuss in a moment. And probably more important are assignments. Assignment is a big word, but in Canvas it just means anything that has to be turned in. Some teachers will make an assignment on which students can take a photograph of the work that they've done and submit that for the teacher to have a look. Assignments can be large-scale or simple homework tasks. But if they have a date on them when they're due, they will appear in this to-do list. Announcements are how teachers can communicate through the Canvas course with their students. A lot of students ignore these announcements because they won't go to announcements on Canvas, nor do they have to, because the announcement goes straight to their inbox, whatever school email that they use. The trick is, and you will probably be able to help us with this, is the email does not come from the teacher's name. The email comes from the name of the course. So students will get an email from this course name and think perhaps it doesn't mean anything. Perhaps it's a generated email that's not that important to me, and they'll delete it. Where in fact those emails are coming from Canvas. They will be an announcement which probably contains lots of interesting and useful information. It may contain direct links to where students can go, and it acts like a discussion where students can respond. They can write responses to this, and in true social media fashion they can usually tick that they like something, in which case the teacher can look and see that if a question has come up and a number of students like that question, obviously they share that question and the teacher can address that. Another way to use discussions is teachers will set up a question board for general questions. Ours is through Class Question Board. And when students use this, again, they'll see some instructions, perhaps some links, and they have the opportunity to reply. What I wanted to show you with this discussion is that with any discussion, students should be able to subscribe. If you subscribe to a discussion, that means you'll get notified when something happens in that discussion. If you've got a question you really want answered, rather than having to keep checking back to see when it's happened, being subscribed means that you will get notified when any response is made on this discussion. If the discussion veers away from your question and you're no longer interested in being updated, come back and unsubscribe yourself. On the left side, you might see different words than this. Each teacher has the ability to decide what links appear on the left. Most teachers will leave marks there because that's where students can receive feedback from their work. Their marks include anything that has been collected. Even a discussion can be marked in Canvas, and they'll be able to see what their score is. Perhaps the score is just complete, incomplete, and they'll be able to get feedback on what they've submitted. Every page looks similar. I'm in as a test student, so I should really submitted something. This submission would appear here, the student submission, and here they can add a comment. This is also where they will see comments from their teachers relating to the assignment or draft in this instance. They might even see a video comment where teachers can upload media and talk about the work, especially useful for things like artworks and for videoed work like dance and music and PE. Students can themselves make a media comment, and they'll have to allow the use of their microphone and webcam. I doubt very much my webcam will work because I'm already using it. They can start recording. They can record their comments, and when they're finished, they click Finish. And once they save it, their comment is then available for the teacher to see or hear. So that's an easy way for them to be part of the conversation about this submitted work. They can also attach a file if they like. Once something is submitted and a teacher annotates it, the words View Feedback will appear somewhere in this general area. View Feedback means the teachers have annotated. Teachers have the ability to highlight and mark and circle as if with a pen right onto the submission. So if View Feedback is available, that's definitely something you want to make sure that your child is aware of, because the teacher would have written some things straight on to that submission. Much like the to-do list, the Canvas calendar has all of the dates for all of the courses. I'm just as a test student, so I can only see one course. But all your child's courses will appear here, as well as anything that has a due date. Teachers can put up assessments. They can also just put up an event if there were to be a guest speaker or something that they would like without collecting or marking. That will appear on the calendar. And students can just go to the day, go to this one, click on it, and see the details for that assignment. If they need to submit anything, if it is an assignment, they can go straight to it from the calendar. The calendar is a very useful feature in Canvas. That's a very quick overview of what Canvas is and how you can help your child in finding their work, submitting their work, and making sure that they can find the content that they need to keep up with their work in each of their classes. Finally, there is no way currently for parents to access Canvas directly. You will need to use your son or daughter's login or ask them to show you what they're doing. Now that you are taking a larger role in your child's education, hopefully this tutorial will help you and make it easier for you to assist them in their learning. Thank you.